Kellerman. More than 50,000 people here for this event. A couple of days ago, one of the major newspapers in the country wrote the obligatory "Boxing is Dead" column. We had more than 50,000 people here tonight. The conversation continues to build between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. The next major super fight is clearly on the horizon. Exactly how dead is this sport?
Well, no, the reports of boxing's demise have been greatly exaggerated for like 100 years now. There is a danger, of course, in having the kind of economic clout that Canelo does, which is that, and we saw this in the Mayweather-Pacquiao era, each fighter and each fighter's promoter used the other as the carrot to keep fans interested. And so they were able to juice fans along the way in pay-per-view events that the fans weren't particularly interested in, but after all, they want to see their hero fight, especially on their way to the big fight. You can see how much it bothers Canelo that he's perceived as the guy who's ducking Triple G here. And it's not Canelo. Canelo fought Erislandy Lara, Austin Trout, and others when it didn't make great economic sense for him to do it, but he wanted to prove he was the best, and he won close fights against them. That's not the kind of move of a guy who ducks. But, as he said, he is loyal to his team. They have a business plan for him, and he's following his promoter's plan. That must be an exquisite kind of torture for Canelo, to be framed as the ducker because he's following the business plan of his promoter. I think it would be unfair to call it a duck. Certainly if the fight happens by Cinco de Mayo of this upcoming year, I think if it extends past that, which it may, it looks like it will, toward the end of the year, it's fair to fans to say, hang on, this has already been ripe, don't let it rot. And if it extends past that, past the end of next year, then I think it's fair to say Golden Boy wanted no part of Triple G. I don't think Canelo, as he said, is scared of anyone.
If there were 50,000 people here tonight to watch Canelo fight Liam Smith, and if the Triple G fight took place in this stadium,
Hello.
I think so too. So, once again, we came here to watch Canelo Alvarez try to make a statement after Gennady Golovkin made his statement 1 week ago in London. Golovkin produced his most inartistic performance in the last couple of years, allowed himself to be hit by combinations, or perhaps was outskilled some of the time as Kell Brook landed combinations against him. And ultimately, despite the fact that many on the web leaped to the conclusion that GGG had somehow been exposed, he wound up destroying his opponent in 4.5 rounds. Did Canelo answer tonight? Indeed he did, with technical brilliance, with overwhelming power both upstairs and downstairs, with a violent destruction of a fighter who had never experienced anything like that previously in his career. Next, Canelo has a date on HBO December 10, and 2 weeks before that, Golovkin has a date on HBO November 26. So we wait to see the next trade between these two as they continue their war of statements headed toward what ultimately seems to be inevitable, the showdown. Thanks very much for being with us for this HBO pay-per-view special event. Canelo Alvarez versus Liam Smith.